My name is Maya, and that Christmas, I felt completely invisible, like my life didn't matter. My mom handed me the impossible, watch 5 kids I barely knew while she went off to enjoy herself. I wanted to scream, to run, to vanish, but I didn't. Something inside me snapped that day, and I decided I wasn't going to be a victim anymore. I wasn't just going to survive, I was going to fight back. My name is Maya, and from the moment I opened my eyes that morning, I knew something was off. I rubbed my face and glanced at the clock. 8 a.m. Already, the house smelled like chaos. Morning, Maya. Mom's voice floated down the stairs, cheerful and sharp. I knew that tone too well, the one that meant I was about to be used for her amusement. Morning, I muttered, cautiously. She appeared in the doorway, a grin plastered across her face. Guess what? I've got plans today. Big plans. So, you'll be in charge. In charge of what? I asked, narrowing my eyes. 5 kids, she said like it was nothing. Your cousins, Harper, Lily, and Zoe, and then the 2 neighborhood kids, Tyler and Ben. I have a brunch with Aunt Rachel. You can manage, right? I froze. 5 kids. Alone? Mom, that's insane. Oh, come on, Maya. You're perfectly capable. I have a better things to do than babysit chaos all day. Her smirk said it all, my feelings didn't matter. I clenched my fists. Perfectly capable doesn't mean I want to be treated like a maid. Mom chuckled. Drama queen. You'll survive. Don't overthink it. As she walked away, I felt a surge of disbelief and anger. Always me. Always someone to clean up her mess. Always invisible. No sooner had she left than the doorbell rang. Tyler barged in first, backpack swinging. Maya, where's breakfast? I'm starving. I pointed toward the kitchen. Go. Get cereal. Help yourself. You're so boring, he snapped, dumping his backpack on the floor. Excuse me? I bit back, but my voice wavered. He rolled his eyes and stomped off. Harper and Lily arrived shortly after, whispering and giggling, clearly plotting mischief. Ben stayed close to me, shy and hesitant, the only kid who looked like he didn't want to be part of this chaos. Okay, I muttered to myself, let's just survive the day. By noon, I was exhausted. Tyler had spilled juice on the carpet, Harper was yelling about lost socks, and Lily was trying to climb the couch. Stop it. Get down, I shouted. My voice cracked, but I didn't care. Make me. Tyler challenged, grinning. You're too weak to stop me. I'm not weak, I said, trembling with frustration. I'm done being treated like your plaything. Ha. You. Done. You can't even control these brats. Harper yelled. I shut my eyes, trying to calm myself. Mom's laughter echoed in my head, carefree, leaving me to shoulder everything. Why did she always get away with everything? Why was I always invisible? I sank onto the couch for a second. Ben cautiously came over. Maya, you're doing okay. I looked at him and smiled weakly. Thanks, Ben. I just wish someone saw me, you know? He nodded silently, and in that moment, I realized I wasn't completely alone. Okay, I said to the empty room, more to myself than anyone else. I don't have to take this anymore. Tyler glared at me. What's that supposed to mean? I lifted my chin. It means I'm not your servant. I'm not invisible. And I'm not letting anyone, least of all Mom, treat me like I don't matter. The kids stared at me, shocked. For the first time, I felt a flicker of defiance, a tiny spark that told me maybe I could survive this day, maybe I could survive everything. As I straightened up, organizing the mess around me, a strange calm settled over me. Mom might have planned this chaos, but I realized something powerful. The fire inside me had just been lit. And nothing, not 5 kids, not her manipulation, could put it out. By noon, I was completely drained. My arms ached, my head throbbed, and my patience had long since vanished. I carried a cup of juice back to the table, trying to steady it, and before I could even set it down, it tipped over onto Harper's lap. Ah, Maya, watch it, she screamed, jumping up and shaking her drenched shirt. I am sorry. I didn't mean, I started, my voice trembling. You never do anything right, she snapped, stomping away. I sank into the chair, my chest tightening. The younger ones started bickering over toys on the floor, pulling at the same doll, screaming at each other. Tyler was shouting something about mine and give it back, and I felt like I was drowning in noise. Why did Mom do this to me every single Christmas? Every year, it was me, Maya, handling everything while she got to laugh, eat, and relax. I closed my eyes and tried to block the chaos, but flashbacks kept coming. Last year, she'd left me with Aunt Rachel's kids while she went shopping for hours. The year before, she spent the entire day at a spa while I cleaned up after her friends. I'd gotten used to it, conditioned to accept that my needs didn't matter. Tears started streaming down my cheeks before I even realized it. I felt anger, helplessness, and a deep, crushing exhaustion. I can't do this anymore, I whispered to myself, my voice shaky. Tyler looked at me, his bratty grin faltering. What did you say? I straightened in my chair, trying to steady myself. I said, I'm not going to let this day break me. I'm tired of being invisible, tired of being treated like I don't matter. You, Maya. That's a joke, Harper snorted, though she sounded slightly uncertain. Ben, sitting quietly in the corner, gave me a timid smile. You're doing okay, he said softly. I swallowed, feeling a spark inside me. That spark, that tiny flicker of fire I'd felt earlier, was growing. Maybe I didn't have to take this anymore. Maybe I could actually stand up for myself. I took a deep breath and started issuing small rules. Tyler, stop yelling at the others. Harper, sit down and calm yourself. Lily, stop climbing the couch. If you can't follow these rules, you'll lose your privileges. What privileges? Tyler scoffed. The ones you get from me, I said, firm for the first time all day. I'm in charge now, not Mom. And we're going to have rules. The kids froze. I could see it, the surprise, the disbelief, the realization that maybe I wasn't going to fold under chaos anymore. I moved through the room like a storm, setting order bit by bit. I made Ben help me organize the toys. I made Harper apologize to Lily for pushing her. Tyler grumbled, but he obeyed. Each small act felt like a victory, like reclaiming a piece of myself that had been buried under years of neglect. You actually mean it? Harper asked quietly, her tone softening. Yes. I mean it, I said, surprising even myself with the firmness in my voice. For the first time, I wasn't crying from frustration or anger. I was crying from relief that I had discovered a strength I didn't know I had. I realized that standing up didn't make me cruel or unkind, it made me human, it made me someone who could survive. Mom might have planned this chaos. By evening, I could hear the sound of Mom's car pulling into the driveway. My heart raced, not from fear this time, but anticipation. I had spent the past few hours organizing the kids, enforcing rules, and even making them help clean up the mess. For once, the house wasn't chaos, it was manageable. Mom stepped inside, handbag swinging, sunglasses still on. She froze. What happened here? She asked, her voice sharp but confused. I said, standing tall, my voice steady. I organized the house. I set rules. The kids are helping, and we're following them. Her smug smile wavered. Oh, you actually took charge? Yes, I said, my voice trembling slightly but firm. I'm tired of being ignored, Mom. I'm tired of you treating me like I don't matter. I'm not invisible anymore. The kids looked at me with wide eyes. Tyler, who had been rolling his eyes all day, muttered, She actually means it. Harper stepped forward. Yeah, Mom. Maya's right. She's been doing everything all day. You never even care how she feels. Lily nodded, her voice quiet but firm. You don't listen, Mom. But Maya listens and cares about us. Ben peeked from behind the couch. You're amazing, Maya, he whispered. I swallowed hard, trying to steady my pounding chest. I'm not amazing, I said, my voice breaking a little. I just, finally decided to stand up for myself. I'm done being invisible. I'm done being treated like a servant in my own home. Mom's face faltered. For the first time all day, She looked almost vulnerable. Maya, you don't need to talk to me like that, she said, voice low, unsure. I shook my head. No, Mom. You needed to hear it. I've spent years swallowing my feelings, pretending your selfishness didn't hurt me. But it did. It does. And I won't anymore. Tyler shifted uncomfortably. She's not wrong, he admitted, voice soft. Harper crossed her arms. You've got to face the truth, Mom. You've treated Maya like she's nothing. She's not nothing. She's us too. Mom opened her mouth, then closed it. I could see her smirk faltering, replaced by something like shame or maybe fear. She started, but I didn't let her continue. I took a deep breath and looked around at the kids standing behind me. This isn't about punishment. It's about respect. I've learned that I have a voice, and I'm going to use it. You can either accept that or continue being left behind. The room went quiet for a moment, the tension thick. Then Harper muttered, "We're with you, Maya." Tyler nodded reluctantly. "Yeah. We're with you too." A strange mix of rage and relief coursed through me. I had spent years feeling powerless, unheard, and invisible, and now I wasn't. I realized that standing up didn't make me weak. It didn't make me mean. It made me unstoppable. Mom's eyes flickered around the room, taking in the organized toys, the calm kids, and me standing tall in the middle of it all. "You've changed," she said quietly. "Yes," I said, my voice firm. "I've changed. I'm not a child who hides in silence anymore. I'm Maya, and I will not be ignored." The kids whispered words of encouragement, small smiles lighting their faces. I felt a warmth I hadn't known. The days after that Christmas evening felt different. Mom tried to regain control, sneaking in little comments, sharp tones, and subtle guilt trips. "Maya, don't boss the kids around too much," she said one morning as I served breakfast. "I'm not bossing them," I replied calmly, placing a plate in front of Tyler. "I'm teaching them respect, and that includes you." Her eyes narrowed, but she said nothing more. For the first time, her usual manipulations didn't work. I realized that I wasn't the scared, powerless girl she could push around anymore. Tyler caught me in the hallway later, fidgeting with his shoes. "Hey, Maya. Sorry for being such a jerk yesterday," he mumbled. I blinked, stunned. "You mean it?" "Yeah. I didn't. Well, I shouldn't have been mean," he said, avoiding my gaze. "I get it now. Respect isn't just about fear." I smiled faintly. "Thanks, Tyler. That means a lot." Harper and Lily started acting differently too. They listened, helped without being asked, and even joked with me instead of testing me. Ben kept sticking close, shyly giving little words of encouragement. And Mom became quieter. Her friends and relatives visiting that week whispered about how much I had changed, how capable I had become. It was subtle, but I noticed. One afternoon, Aunt Rachel stopped by. "Maya," she said softly, "I've never seen you manage all this chaos so well. You've grown." I shrugged, trying not to smile too broadly. "Thanks. I guess I had to." That night, I sat in my room, looking out at the snowy street. I realized something powerful. My mom's neglect didn't define me. It revealed me. It revealed that I was strong, resilient, and capable of rising above betrayal and chaos. I wasn't just a girl forced to babysit 5 kids, I was Maya, someone who could fight, survive, and even inspire others. The house was quieter than usual, the kids finally asleep, Mom in the living room pretending to read a magazine. I walked past her, noticing her expression, a mix of subtle regret and disbelief. It wasn't dramatic, she didn't apologize outright, but I could see the truth in her eyes. She realized she couldn't manipulate me anymore. Karma was unfolding quietly, naturally, without me needing to say a word. The next day, as we all gathered for Christmas dinner, Tyler raised his cup. "To Maya," he said, grinning. "Thanks for, everything." Harper, Lily, and Ben nodded, echoing his sentiment. "To Maya," they chorused. I laughed softly, feeling warmth and pride I hadn't felt in years. "Thanks," I said, my voice steady. "But this isn't about me. It's about all of us." Mom didn't speak, only sipped her drink quietly. Her selfishness had been exposed, not through shouting or confrontation, but through my own actions, my own strength. Everyone had seen it. She no longer had power over me, not in subtle manipulations, not in dismissive comments. I was free. For the first time, I felt peace. Not the kind that comes from everything being perfect, but the kind that comes from knowing you stood up, from knowing you reclaimed yourself. I could look at my reflection in the window and see someone transformed.